Hi guys, welcome back to my live stream. So today I was a little bit late and then I realized, you know what? I'll probably do later live streams because guess what? It's so cold in the morning. So cold. It's so cold. It's hard to get up in the morning. Okay. Maybe I'll be doing later live streams like from 10:30. Right now it's 11, almost 11:30. Today I wanted us to talk about gratitude. Giving thanks, having like in the mind, having a mind that's full of gratitude. So let's record this. Having, yeah, having, whew, having a grateful mind. Today, let's talk about having a grateful mind and how that changes your brain. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy also and abide by community guidelines where you're just very polite to other people, but speak your mind. Just don't abuse other people online. But you feel free to disagree with them. Feel free to be open-minded. But life is about what you see. Some people are grateful. Some people are not. And in this Christmas, like we are moving into a new time in our lives next year. And the people who are grateful, they will survive. Faith, welcome back again. Today we are talking about gratitude. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? 99% of successful people, very successful people, they live with the mindset of being grateful. Just waking up, and the first thing they do, they write, and you will see this with every mentor for success. The first thing they do when they wake up in the morning, they write 10 things they are grateful for. 10 things like they're grateful for. I mean, you can wake up and be like, I am grateful because right now, GTA Sun Pro, shout out, Chan Basha, hey, welcome to the live chat. I was watching this shot by Bob Proctor, and he says the first things that you do in the morning, you write 10 things that you're grateful for. Right now, I'm grateful. I'm now a grandparent. Hi Twin Towers. I just found out this morning that I'm a grandparent to a boy named Vian. I am a granny. Look at me. As hot as I look, I am a granny. I just found out today my niece gave birth to a beautiful bouncing baby boy. His name is Vian, and I'm a grandparent. I'm a granny. Hi, Ovino. Hello. Happy New Year. Joke Shans, Happy New Year. Yes, I am a granny. So one of the things that I am grateful for this morning is that I am a grandparent. Hi, Faith. So when you wake up, Bob Proctor was saying that when we wake up in the morning, first we write 10 things down that we are grateful for. 10, because the devil wants you to be unhappy about your life. That's what the devil wants, right? Yes, imagine being a grandparent in your 20s. It's terrible news. I'm the sexiest grandmother that you have ever seen. I am sexy. I'm 25 and I'm a granny already. That would be horrible, but I'm not 25. I just look 25. I know. I don't even know how to bake grandma cookies, but now I'm going to have to do it and learn how to do it because guess I can't escape my fate. I'm a granny. I love it. I love it. I love it. There is nothing that I'm more proud of this morning than, you know, I have no titles. I'm growing. It's 2025, you know. Yeah, I have to make brownie cookies to Vian, my beautiful Vian. Yeah, so what are you grateful for when you're going through 2025? The people who survive 2025 are going to be the people who are most grateful. Yes, Faith is saying the sexiest granny, whoop whoop to my son, love, love, love. I love that. So, yeah. Hi, Naruto. Hello, Naruto. Welcome to the live stream. Today we are talking about gratitude. Gratitude. Being grateful. Bob Proctor was saying that when you wake up in the morning, you kind of write like 3 things that you're grateful for. I read somewhere else that being grateful is like kissing, it's like a kiss to your brain. Like if you want to kiss your brain every morning, write write down things that we are grateful for. And I think the reason why they ask us to do that is because our mind has a negative bias. We like to see our problems and solve them. We like to see things that we like to be problem solvers. So and we want to avoid danger and we want to avoid bad things from happening. So we naturally want to look out for those things ourselves. uh, and so somebody says, Granny, can you brush your hair? I do play with my hair a lot. Trust me. You don't have to worry about that. And I am grateful for this bouncy hair that you guys are saying is cute. Thanks. Thank you. So, anyway, we have a negative bias, and so we like to think about our problems first. Like we like to think about our problems when we wake up in the morning and see, how am I going to attack life today? How am I going to solve this, the bills, the kids, the whatever, all these things. We like to start thinking about those things because we think, oh, the more we focus on them, somehow we are going to solve them. But in fact, doing the opposite puts you in the mind frame of solving your problems. Doing the opposite is like, it's like when you start writing down the things that you're grateful for, and you don't even have to do a huge math. Be grateful that you can breathe oxygen. Studio with Pan says, I love you, beautiful. Mr. Wonderful says he needs glasses. I need glasses because I'm a granny. Oh my goodness. Uh, that's so funny. Joka Shans, you say, excuse me, could you check if there is something wrong with my eyes? I just can't take them off you. Well, this is Granny Cam 2025. This is how we look like. This is how hard grandmas be looking at in 2025. The game has changed for grandmas out there. Isn't that weird? Yeah, this is how the grandmas look these days. Um, what's a scarf? Anyway, that is so funny. I want to hear you what you're grateful for. What is going to propel you to 2025 with gratitude? Like what is going to fill your heart in 2025? Because the battle is already won before it begins. Like the people who are going to win 2025, their mindset is already in shape right now. They have a lot of things to be grateful for, and they're going to attack it with a positive mindset of gratitude. They are the people who go the extra mile, who give and give and give, and when they give, they understand that their cup is open, is full and running over. These are the people who are going to win. Let me tell you something. Um, my sister, I come from Kenya. If you hear my accent, it's because I come from Kenya. My sister, I live in California now. So my sister in Kenya runs this children's home called Restoration of Victory. Restoration of Victory. And this children's home is they help kids access nutrition. So most of the people who donate, they they donate so that they can help the kids at the children's home access food and nutrition. And if you guys want to donate, let me know, and I will send you, how you can contact her and help the restoration of victory. And today, this morning, we were talking about sweaters. Like those kids, they need sweaters to go to school. And one sweater will cost each kiddo like 500 shillings. And let's say that's like $3 if you're in the US. $3. With $3, right? With $3, all of us could help 20 kids, right? Access, like go to school not feeling cold in the morning. Some of those kids have one uniform. We could help them, have more school, at least more than one shirt or one sweater and one, short, so that they can be able to go to school. Because these are kids, remember, who are orphans. They don't have somebody stepping in for themselves. But when my sister started this restoration of victory, she didn't know how many people would be willing to talk about what she does, the kids that want to be helped. She didn't know all this, but she had the step of faith, And when you have that step of faith, is the battle is won even before you start. Even before you start, the battle is won. So right now we are thinking about helping those kids get more sweaters. And I know some of you are going to be help, like you can skip your cup of coffee and help these kids get a sweater, which I know because you guys are generous. But the battle is won even before we start, because we are not going to stop talking about these kids and the things that they need help with. And come 2025, right, we are going to help them because we are in that mindset. Joka Shan says, my 2025 resolution is that I want a girlfriend. Woo! I love that. I love that. That you are very focused about what you want. You want a girlfriend, I would ask you, like, how does she look in your mind? In your mind, have a vision of this woman, how she looks like. How tall is she? What's her skin tone? How long is her hair? How does she talk? How does she walk? Where does she work? What race is she? Is she black? Is she white? Is she, Asian? You want to be very specific in your mind, because your mind will deliver you the kind of girlfriend that you want in 2025. And that you have that possibility of having a girlfriend, because now you say, I want a girlfriend. Now you're in the possibility. You're asking something from that realm of possibility where all things exist. And the only way you get a girlfriend is you focus on that I have a girlfriend. She looks like this. She walks like this. She talks like this. She dresses like this. You have that. Make sure that you focus on that, on this woman that you want, how she looks like, how she dresses, everything. Have it so clear in your mind, because you will get it. That woman that you're looking for exists. The woman that you're looking for exists just for you, because it's what you're looking for in your mind. One of my friends, she was joking. She wasn't joking. She wanted to have a boyfriend, and she said, I want him to be this tall. I want him to be of this race. I want him to have this kind of a job. And believe me, she got exactly that. She got exactly that, because everything exists in the realm of possibility. Everything exists. Even the job that you're looking for, you want a job that can give you this amount of money, that you want to live in this place in your life. Everything exists. That's why I tell people, don't shortchange yourself. Dream big. Dream big. And then you have a sense of gratitude that these things that you want have already happened. That they have already happened. The thing is, the reality that we live in is very weird. Sometimes we look at our circumstances and we think like, there is no possible way that my life can change the way I'm dreaming it will change. But your life will exactly change the way you dream about it. 100%. 100%. When you understand that you're only limited by your imagination, that you can dream and visualize a big life because it will happen. And because you can't exist in two possibilities. One of them has to change. So if you have a big dream and you believe it, right? One thing has to change, and that's what usually changes. What you believe, your vision. We underestimate how like God works, and that's why God says even in the Bible, God says have faith. If you have faith, even a small like a mustard seed, that's what he says. If you have faith even small like this, like a mustard seed, it grows. It grows, right? And when you ask people what is faith, they say it's the evidence of things not seen. They tell you it's the evidence, like you have evidence in your mind of the things not seen. And that's why everywhere people tell you you have to dream big. You have to dream big. Like if I tell you, like, Joker, that if you dream about this girlfriend that you're looking for in 2025, this woman that you're dreaming of, and you are guaranteed that whatever woman you imagine, you're going to get her. You're going to get her. Now you know that there is nothing stopping you but your own imagination. So a lot of times we dream less because we have low self-esteem and we have doubt. That's what we do. We shortchange ourselves for a lesser life than what God and the universe can provide for us because we don't have faith. We don't have faith. When Jesus tells Peter, walk, you can walk on water. Yeah. I've been talking about you, Joker, and you've been gone. And I've been talking about how you can get your girlfriend, and you have been gone. No worries. So when I'm a Christian, so I believe like when Jesus, and you can say Jesus was a mystic or whatever. In Christianity, we believe that his teachings are like the word that he brought. His teachings are God. He is God. But anyway, he tells Peter, don't doubt. You can walk on water. And Peter is like, I'm going to sink, right? In his mind, Peter doubts and he keeps sinking. And he doesn't understand, like, it's his mindset that keeps him sinking. And the moment he puts his eyes back on Christ, because Jesus now has more power than the storm, and in his mindset, now his mindset changes. He has more faith because he understands, like, oh, Christ is not joking. So his mindset changes and he starts walking again on water. And this is what we don't understand. We are doubting. We always doubt, like Peter. Like, your only limitation is your imagination. What happens is we doubt. Why do we doubt? Because of the reality that is surrounding us. The reality, if I tell you, like, if you dream big, that your life is going to become as big as you dream it. So I tell you, dream big. Dream about that big house. Dream about that handsome man that you want. Dream about that, everything that you want, because somehow it's going to work out. I don't know how myself, but somehow from the realm of all possibility, like you have 100% possibility, and then you have time, and then you have all these other things that you dream of, right? All these things, right? And if you have faith and you visualize them, you see, you cannot live in tuned realities. One has to come true. One has to come true. So your circumstances should not even matter. Your circumstances should not matter. It's the faith. Joker says, I am presently a teacher. I love teachers. Hello. I love teachers. Hello. Teachers have a big job. One of the things that I had to learn when I'm being mentored and when I'm being taught is that I don't know everything. I don't know everything, and I have to listen to people who know better than me, because I used to think I'm a know-it-all. Like, I know. So when people tell me, like, you have to dream beyond your circumstances, beyond your present reality, it's sometimes, let's face it, it's very hard sometimes to see your present reality and be like, can God give me, this and that and that and that? When you realize that it's not you who gives yourself anything. We really think that we have, but when you're in the mindset of gratitude and you realize everything is given to you, starting with your life, it's a gift. When you get into that mindset, like, I am in this life, and everything from the breath that I take is a gift, all of it. It starts with a gift. You didn't earn oxygen. You did not earn all this. Once you realize that, you realize, I'm supposed to be here to just enjoy my life, you know, and life will support me when you're happy. The thing is, I used to doubt when people say that, and this is what changed for me. I used to doubt it, and this is what changed for me. I started understanding how the mind works, and this is something you will not believe. You will not believe this. So our mind is funny. We have the brain. And the brain is like this computer hardware, right? It's just the brain. It's like this computer hardware. But inside of the brain, there are softwares, and these softwares are written in neurons. Like, neurons are create the software. So we have a mind, but the mind is invisible. We can see our mind when we react to things. We can kind of see it, like we have programs. Those are the programs that create the reality. So in reality, this computer can do you nothing. But if it has like the Word program, it has Excel program, like those are the programs that are running the life of this hardware. Otherwise, it would just be like, something useless. It's the programs that are there, And one of the programs that give you a good life is the program of gratitude. Just being grateful. Program of gratitude that will take you places. Another program that, I was talking to my sister this morning, and she reminded me, I learn a lot from my big sister. She's just wise. And the thing is, because she's been out there helping other kids, she's very smart. And she was saying the ability to be receptive to people, welcoming, helping them, just being open, helping, like being that open-minded person who is receptive to people, welcoming people, joyfully receiving people into your life. That alone can, that kind of a program, if you think about people and the fact that you get rich through people, so having an open heart, that kind of a program will attract more riches and abundance into your life. You start thinking about things like gratitude and how they make you have a joyful heart. And they say that the human heart has an electromagnetic field that is stronger than the brain. And if you look at the scriptures, like the Bible, everything they're telling you is to, especially the teachings of Jesus, they're telling you, work on your heart. And why was Jesus telling his disciples to work on their heart? He was telling them, I will teach you how to become the fishers of men. I will teach you how to live abundantly among people so that people love you, so that people bring you great wealth. Jesus was telling them, just work on the condition of your heart, because your nervous system is the most amazing thing. I tell people, like, I am amazed by the brain, the human brain. You will never see anything more intelligent than your brain in the whole of the entire universe. You will be shocked at the things that your brain can do, about what your body can do, the resilience of this body, that you didn't do anything to earn it because it's a gift. You did not get anything. You did not earn anything to get your brain. And it's the most intelligent thing that you will ever come across. Your brain is just amazing. But when you realize that your heart has a bigger electromagnetic field than your brain, and you realize that your heart has a bigger electromagnetic field than your brain, and that your heart can attract abundance, you will start realizing how important it is for you to be happy in the world, because your happiness radiates, and you can't fake happiness. That's the thing. You cannot fake happiness. It has to come from a place of joyfulness. But once you open up your heart into a lot of like joyfulness, calm, and love, automatically you become abundant and you become rich. You know, once the heart becomes abundant, you have to be rich automatically. This is like a law of the universe, like that. That's why Jesus was insisting become to helping his disciples understand, like, the laws of the heart are powerful than always being in your mind calculating, looking at your environment, calculating, I'm going to do this and that and that. It's like, he was like, save yourself time, because it doesn't work like that. A lot of people be like, oh, I'm going to work hard, go to school, get a job. And then they realize when they get a job, it's like, you now somebody else is still in charge of you. You still, don't have that great life at all. You don't have a social life. You don't have all this and you don't feel abundant because you didn't work on the things that you are supposed to work on the heart, on making it big. So, you can have that, like, life is not a calculus that I'm going to get this and this and this and this. I know a lot of successful lawyers, a lot of successful doctors, but they have failed marriages. This is because you can work on your brain all you want, on your left brain, learn how to do math, learn how to do where every part of the human body, but you don't know the condition of your own heart. You're not abundant. You're not a caring person. You're not giving. And you wonder, like, why am I headed to divorce? You didn't work on the things that needed to be worked on, or things that talk about abundance. Or people, like, you find that their kids grow up and then their kids don't want to talk to them again. And you're like, why? It's a condition of your heart. It's the condition of the heart. Sometimes it sucks. In 2025, I say the game is already won even before you start. Even before you start, the game is already won, because it all comes down to this: the condition of your heart. A lot of people trying to attract love, and they haven't worked on their selfishness. I see this all the time. Like, people want to be in this relationship where somebody gives, but they're not very hardworking. I remember one of my boss one time, he was talking, he was a white guy. I was working in the insurance company. And he had been married to this Filipino girl. And, they got divorced eventually. They had a good relationship, but they got divorced. But when he was talking to us, he had realized that it was his selfishness, his inability to see how selfish he was, that led to the divorce. And I was like, wow, you have to give a man credit when he realizes that his marriage failed because of his selfishness. At least you have to give somebody credit for that. I was very, like, it was refreshing to see that somebody can go inside and reflect that. But back then, I also didn't have the ability to also see myself and see how selfish I can become, And sometimes, even when you're taught by the right parents, you've done all this, all that, and you haven't had the inner work, you haven't done the inner work, it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult. So the game is won. If you imagine that the game is won even before it starts, the game is usually won before it starts. Like, people who are going to make millions in 2025, it's already won before they start, because of the mindset that they have. You want to create your mindset that is winning first so that you're sure that you are going to make it. That's how it wins. Like, you must have the winning mindset before the game starts so that you can win. Is that it's and the people who are going to lose in 2025, they have a losing mindset right now, and that's what's going to do them in. So you want to be sure that your mindset is a winning mindset, that you have a winning mindset. So if you want to get into a relationship and you're not sure whether you're a selfish or generous person, you haven't worked that out in your mind. You don't know where you are. Am I selfish? Am I generous? No, it's probably you're going to fail in that relationship because of the mindset already. You don't know where you are. That's why it's good to have the winning mindset. In a relationship, do you have the winning mindset that will keep that relationship going for the next 100 years or 70 years or whatever, right? Whenever death do us part comes. Because it has to come with a mindset. If a lot of people who gain a lot of money, like win a lottery, they don't know about money, and so they end up losing that money because they waste it. They don't have the right philosophy in the mind about how to make more wealth, about how to be prudent with money, how to not overspend. They buy all the things that they've ever wanted. They go buy expensive homes. They don't understand about taxes and how stuff like that. Hi, Carson Newcomb. Of course, I remember you. Welcome. Today we are talking about gratitude and having the right mindset to win. So let me know. I remember you. Always remember people who are constantly coming into my show, because I have a lot of people who come to my show all the time. I have over like 200 people who always come over and over to my show, and I recognize the names. Yeah, today we are talking about winning in 2025, and we are saying the game is already won before it starts. The game is already won before it starts. So why do we say that? We say that because let's say somebody who has won like 5 million from a lottery, and 90% of people who win lotteries, they lose that money within like 3 to 4 years. Hi, Adriana. Hello. Yeah, so it's the mindset. If they didn't have that mindset and philosophy of using money well, no matter how much money you give them, it's like, oh, somebody gave you a boost, but since nothing has changed here for them, they end up losing that money and going back to zero, just like everybody else, right? Because mindset is important. They did not have the abundant mindset, so they end up losing everything that they have gained. Now, that's why the mindset is more important than your actual circumstances. Because you could be here very wealthy with the wrong mindset and it takes you down. And you could be here with the right mindset and it takes you all the way to the top. That's why I say the game is already won before it starts, and it starts here. Steve Harvey is known for saying that, if you want to become rich, abundant, wealthy, and I'm not saying he's the best example, but the one thing that not everybody is always right and always wrong. He said something has to change in here. But I also think something has to change in here. Look at somebody like Sean Combs or P. Diddy. He was here at the top, right? But because this man has a wicked heart. It's like he never read the Bible. He's going from here. Dun, 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 dun. He's going all the way down. Because he ignored wisdom. He ignored the holy book, when he tells them that the days of a wicked man are numbered, right? So he gets his money from wickedness, and he thinks it's going to last him a lifetime. But the prayers of the righteous man get answered, and he's find himself tumbling very fast, very down. Why? Because it's all about mindset. Some of us look at him and be like, how did he understand that his wickedness would not outlive him? People like Hitler, Mussolini, all these men, they thought that they were so high up here with wickedness. They thought like they could retain that wickedness and retain fame and popularity. But surely, because this planet has two forces of darkness and forces of righteousness. But guess who always wins? In the very end, holiness and goodness, they tumbled down, right? Tumbled down, and they'll go to in history as horrible people. Adriana is saying that's right, because my cousin has too many money, and he expends all his money on things that are not needed on day to day. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He has the wrong mindset. He has money, but he's using a lot of money. The quickly he earns the money, the quickly he spends. And he doesn't understand that nobody ever gets rich by spending money. People get rich by saving money and investing money, And we always say, like, you get like $50, save 5 for yourself. Like, take 10% and put it away for yourself, so that you keep growing and growing and growing and growing. But look at our culture these days, especially the popular culture. They always want us to show off our money. Like buy the most expensive brand, show people how rich you are. If you see people who are showing off how rich they are, just know that those people are very poor. It's the wrong mindset. It's the wrong mindset. If you really want to listen to people who are rich, listen to somebody like one of the richest guys, Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett says, live an average lifestyle. Even if you have a lot of money, live average. Live like the normal average person. Don't go about buying a new yacht, buying all this, all that. He says, just live a normal, humble life, right? And that mindset is going to help you save money and become wealthy and become rich. People use Warren Buffett to help them invest, because if you compare two investors, Warren Buffett and Barney Madoff. Barney Madoff used to use his investors' money to throw all these extravagant bashes. He's using their money instead of helping people invest and save. He was using all this money to show off wealth, to buy expensive yachts, and people would invest in him. And they're not realizing that rich people don't behave this way. Rich people behave like poor people. They don't have a lot of money to show off either. That's how they stay safe and rich. And so once they realize that, like Barney Madoff was borrowing all this money from everybody and spending and using it, and a lot of people realized, I've been giving him money and he's been spending it, so I don't even have a retirement account, because this investor has been using my money, just spending. When I see people who are rich and they're like spending, I just know it's a matter of time until true reality catches up to them and they realize the wisdom of all tradition, that nobody gets money, by spending it all. That's the wrong philosophy. It just doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense. If you want to become rich, you gotta have a way of saving money and investing it, not just spending everything you've gotten. So anyway, there's a lot about having money philosophy, having a safety net, an emergency fund, saving, investing. If you really have this extravagant lifestyle and you have responsibilities, a lot of money, then, spending money on insurance, making sure that you have, anything happening to you, that your kids are fine, stuff like that. Just making the right moves. We all know that if we change here, that our circumstances have to change. If you have the right money philosophy, there is no way you can die poor. It's impossible. It's impossible to have the right philosophy about money and die poor. Impossible. And one of the easiest way is, are you saving 10% for yourself? I'm not one of those people like you save 10% for other people when you don't have an emergency fund. That is advice from the devil. You have to think about yourself first, and first of all, make sure that you are safe, right? I'm all about giving to the poor, like kids who are in desperate need, or helping other animals, adopting an animal, or donating to causes where, you help animals, get water and conserve the forest and stuff like that. It's good to live in abundance where you're taking care of things, especially things that are, like animals and other things. Remember, God put us on this planet to take care of all other animals. And when you see people who are desperately poor, like children, it's very hard to look away. Or, animals like that need to be taken care of. Those things. But you have to take care of yourself too. You have to take care of yourself too. So today we are talking about gratitude. If you can look around and see 10 things every day that you're grateful for, I can tell you 2025 will not work out for you. I can almost guarantee to anybody that 2025 will not work for them if they look around and they have nothing to be happy about. Just look around, and see what I'm very grateful every time that my car is in good condition and I can get on my car and drive somewhere. I am very happy about that. I'm very happy whenever I wake up and I feel like I am in good health. I can take myself where I want to go. I am not bedridden. I am not in hospital. I'm like, oh, goodness, God, thank you so much. Those are things I am excited about. Every time I have food on my table, I am grateful. Seriously, I am very, very grateful. My bed, I am grateful for my bed because I know not everybody in this life has a bed that they can just sleep on, right? I am grateful that it's in the middle of the winter and I have a coat. I have a coat that is keeping me warm. I am so grateful for everybody on my channel. Everybody, guys. I am so grateful that I have people who I constantly connect with on the internet, and they encourage me and we are able to talk, connect, share things. I have a sense of community and family in all the people who follow me on the internet, Faith says self-love should be a priority. I'm so grateful for a niece that is so smart. I just don't know what else to say. I just don't know what else to say. You know what this brings me to tears when I hear my niece saying self-love should be a priority. If there was anybody that I would want to hear this and understand it very well, is my niece. You think about it. I don't have children. So who's the best one person that I would want to make sure that they really, really get what it means by self-love is my niece. Is my niece, right? She understands self-love is a priority. My job is done. Everything that I'm doing is bonus. Everything else that I'm doing in life is bonus because, the one thing that you want is for your children's children to understand important values in life, and my niece is like my child. And once she understands like self-love is important, I mean, my job is done. My job like it's done. So self-love being the priority. Being around people who make you feel good about yourself is number one priority. You know, people who toxic, don't give toxic people even the benefit of the doubt, because even if when they are sorry, they would have done enough damage to your nervous system and your energy. You know, if you're living with somebody toxic, they're preventing you from being grateful and seeing other things in life that could make you happy. And when you understand that they're interfering with your magnetic energy, the energy that is supposed to bring you abundance, to attract riches to you, you run. Once you understand, like, we are talking about energy here. And one of the best things that you can be is to be around people who love you, appreciate you, are kind to you, people who celebrate you. Because guess what? When you're in that mood of I'm loved, I'm cherished, I am valued, you take that energy everywhere. And people are able to embrace you, to acknowledge you, you take that beautiful energy everywhere, because you're coming from a place where you're being fed the right energy, the right feelings, the right mood, and then you're taking it out there, and people will be like, oh, we just love you, you're such a wonderful person. Oh, they give you opportunities, they open doors for you. But if you're living with toxic people, you feel frustrated, angry, and mad, you're complaining, you feel disgruntled. Guess what? You're taking that energy out there, and people are like, that person, she complains a lot. Yeah, you don't want to be around her. She is a bitter pill. And people will not refer you, because referral for businesses is a huge thing. People will not open doors of opportunities for you. People don't like about pessimistic. They like to open up their energy around people. So this is why I tell people, when it comes to loving yourself, pick the right people and stay away from toxicity, toxic energy. Let toxic energy, some people say misery loves company. Let people find other company if they want to live a miserable life. 2025, 2025, choose success. Choose success. If people want to be losers, you choose success for yourself. Choose people who make you feel good about yourself. Because why? You are worthy simply because you exist. Everything is a gift from the air that we breathe. We didn't earn it. We did not earn life. It was just given to us. Everything else that you're going to be given in life is a bonus. And you don't want to be around people who limit your imagination. You want to be around people who expand your imagination. And when it comes to frequency, and vibration, good emotions, the better you feel good about yourself, the more you expand, the more your imaginations expand, the more everything good that you want for yourself expands. And guess what? God, the universe, always says yes to whatever you think about yourself. It always says yes, because you have an electromagnetic field in your heart, and it's radiating that energy. So we want to make sure that negativity is not coming from you, that you are the ones vibrating at high frequency and attracting all this good energy. How do you tell somebody has bad energy? If somebody makes you feel, Ashwin from India, Ashwin watching from India, welcome, welcome. Welcome to our live chat. How do you know somebody has toxic bad energy? Anybody who makes you feel less than. Anybody who makes you feel less than, you fire them. You're the boss. You can fire them. You don't have to bless them with your presence or your energy. If they make you feel less than, they're fired. They are fired. 2025, you're only going to be friends and be around, spend time with only people who make you feel good about yourself. Period. Period. We don't have time. 2025, We don't have time to stay in trauma. We are saying, welcome to post-traumatic bliss. We are healed and we are living blissfully. The highest level of frequency is bliss. Bliss. I don't know if you've ever been into a meditation where every cell of your body is just vibrating with happiness. It's just vibrating with happiness. It's just hitting you, you know, in a certain frequency, and you're like, oh, I feel like I've been born again in this new beautiful side of the world. And it's just vibing me, it's taking me that way. I want nobody interfere with that feeling for you. Nobody, not even one person. I want you to just feel it going like that. Boom, boom, boom. Like you're living in that experience for the rest of 2025. It's like every day 2025 is going to be Christmas for you, because every day you're going to make sure and make deliberate effort to understand that anybody who makes you slightly feel bad about yourself is out the books. Out the books. People have to be able to criticize you in a way that is not making you feel bad. You can tell me the truth. You can tell me how to improve myself. You can bring me that energy. That is great. But you can bring me that and bring me negativity. 2025, we are winning because our mindset is going to be winning mindset. You only operate at the level of bliss and happiness, and that's going to be your standard. Like you, every day you wake up, you start with gratitude, and you open up your heart to vibrate into that vibration of energy, of gratitude, of happiness. Anybody who doesn't match your frequency gets booted. Gets booted. Because you have to go, you have to achieve bliss. People never toxic energy. The lowest people who make the lowest amount of money are people who have these low level, low frequency emotions like jealousy, like anger, complaining, frustration, you know, people who are always doing things that are shameful, people who are always feeling guilty, stuff like that. If anyone is there, I tell them this is energy that we have to heal very quickly, because no way you can have low self-esteem and have courage. You can have low self-esteem and have courage to do big things. The frequency and the energy cannot go together. You need courage. The moment you start operating at the level of courage, and you're operating at the level of courage without alcohol, without having to smoke nothing, you're operating at the level of courage, then we know that you're starting to get the frequency. That's when we start realizing that this person is starting to vibrate at the frequency, because after courage comes other emotions that are genuine, like kindness, like bliss, like joy, like peace, like harmony. And when you start getting into that vibration from courage going up, that's when you start attracting money. You need to know this if you want to attack 2025 with a winner's mindset. It's how energy works. It's what Jesus was preaching about, is what your therapist will talk about. It's what your coach will tell you if you really want to hear the truth. But that is how it's going to work. That is exactly how it works every time. It's usually vibration. People who start from courage, when you start having courage is when you start having vibration. Imagine this phone right here. And, like if we are talking about this low level energy here, as we move up, courage is usually about here, right? That's when you start vibrating high. And if you ask any mentor, whether it's Dr. Joe Dispenza, whether it's Bob Proctor, whether it's Iyanla, anybody, they'll tell you the moment you start having courage, That's when your life really starts happening. So everything we are talking about is matters of the heart. We are not even talking about what you have here in your mind. We're just talking about matters of the heart. We start with courage. Then we move to peace. You know, you cannot succeed if you don't have peace in your life. Otherwise, your mind is chaotic. And your mind cannot harmonize itself and achieve goals if it's not peaceful. You have to have a level of peace in your life. Then we have things like joy, joy. And then at the very level, at the very highest, we have bliss. We have bliss. A lot of monks who have meditated for a long time, they just sit down and they let their brain to quiet, and then they expand their imagination into the universe, into the universal void. They are Their brain waves are called gamma. They vibrate at the gamma waves. And the gamma waves are the most highly synchronized and fastest brain waves. So meaning they go about life and they are faced with problems like everybody else, but they are much happier, healthier, and able to vibrate at a better level. They're in bliss. They're in bliss. They're more organized just because they've been able to understand that it's all about energy, that life is all about energy, and what they surround themselves with, who they surround themselves with, and the ability to block the negativity out and bring the mind into a place where it can expand and be calm. They are able to be calm and disciplined, and they're able to achieve their goals. And everybody right here in America, CEOs, they're trying to figure out how are they calm? How are they so calm? But they're very selective people. They're very selective people on their day to day. They just don't hang out with everybody. They don't People don't be like, oh, let's go drinking, and then they go drinking. Oh, let's go smoking, and then they go smoking. No, they've been able to put a hedge around themselves. And that's kind of what we are talking about here. Being deliberate with the way you discipline your mind and your heart. You can't love wickedness and expect to win. You might win in the short term, but the long game is rigged against you 100%. 100%. People wonder why every sinner has to find Christ. Is because they realize that wicked way never works out, and they have to find another path, and then they have to start from zero, square one, to realize that everything that the Bible tells you is pretty much right. Is pretty much right. It has a direction on your behavior. It directs your behavior. Don't do this. Don't steal. Don't take the word of God in vain. Respect your parents. Things like don't be jealous. We all know, like don't live like a promiscuous life. We all know that. But we kind of like don't think like these consequences will happen to us. And that's when you realize, they're doubting the mindset. They're doubting the God mindset. I don't understand. If it's not a God mindset, why does this mindset always take people to their promised land? Why does it help them reach their goals? Why? If it doesn't work out, it's because it's very powerful mindset. It's a very powerful mindset that when you have a generous heart, when you avoid evil, it expands. It just expands. So that is my spiel for today. I have 1 minute. I only do 1 hour because you guys, doing more than 1 hour live stream, I'll still need to wake up, take a shower, go to the bathroom, stuff like that. But 1 hour live streams usually helpful. If you subscribe to my channel, you will see my posts and when I'm going to go live next. And I hope to see you when we start live streaming tomorrow. We always have great topics. And I'm so grateful that you are here today. You tuned in. and watch these other videos that I have made, that I have created. If you want to really, really make sure that you have a winning mindset 2025, if you want to heal from trauma, if you want to succeed, oh my goodness, I have so many videos that are great, 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 great. I forward them to my friends. I know one of my friends told me the other day, I fired my therapist. And I was like, now you see, 2025, you don't even need your therapist, because or somebody needed to tell you is that you have a winning mindset. You know what you're going for in life, and you're headed the right path. A lot of people don't get that confirmation. But because some people want you to stay a patient forever. But here we empower you. And if for me, my clients, when they are going the right direction, I tell them the right direction. I even tell some, do you still need coaching? Because we've already, you now just need to just keep working. You now just keep going that path. Don't look back again and turn into a pillar of salt. Just keep going that way. And then there are people that I'm like, you still need to be real with yourself and see that you cannot overcome your mind, your mindset. If you're not sure that your mindset is headed the right way, you're probably headed the wrong way. These are things that you need to be grounded about. So, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. I am so excited about how 2025 is just going to be the year for you. This is going to be the year. I don't see how I can allow anybody on my channel. It's not even possible. It's not even possible to have a winning mindset and not have a winning lifestyle. Those things don't exist. Anybody who told you that is lying. 100% it's a lie. A winning mindset translates to a winning life. 100% of the time. 100% of the time. In this channel, you're going to have the winning mindset. You're going to have the winning mindset, and by the time you watch this for 3 months, you'll be sure 100% that you're headed to the promised land. If it's not yet right here, it's just about to happen. So see you next time, and see you tomorrow.